I lied again, didn't I? That was another juniper that I have wired. I do actually do some work on junipers. It just takes so long, I find. I think I take too much foliage off. You know, they say general no more than 30%. If you've done root pruning, then don't do any work on it apart from maybe just pinching back the profile line. But the fact is, it's got berries on it, so you know it's hanging in there. Lovely little pop. But so yeah, so I am trying to create levels, layers. Did do some wire on it. Looks like I've bent the wire the wrong place again. But what'll happen is, I'm sure what'll happen is I'll leave this for another year. Might take the wire off sometime next year and see how it is. So yeah, anyway, I promise now, Elaeagnus. Okay, and now this is the Elaeagnus. Again, like so many of my stock, so much of my stock. Got this down at the nursery for, I think I got it for £2.50, with most of the leaves dead. I think it was late summer I got it, and nobody wanted it, so I took it. I've had it now for certainly 5 years. Wasn't really sure what to do with it. It's classed as an evergreen. I think it's called a silver something, Elaeagnus, whatever, because of the uniqueness of the leaves. But yeah, so what I'll do with this one is continue to do some pruning back, wiring. It's quite a sturdier tree, but yeah, so I'm going to try and sort this one out for now. So the Elaeagnus, I've discovered you tend to do it in the sort of mid-July, early July time, which is in the summer, and it relates to the fact that it's an evergreen. Apart from that, you prune and treat it exactly the same way as you would any other once you hit it. And that's what we'll do now. Get rid of our weeds though. Okay, having a look at it, I've let this grow on because what it was actually doing was helping the healing of this great big wound here, and it's getting a nice callousing around it. So I may remove that, I'm not sure yet. That's not going to be part of the design. I've got it on this wide because that's how I see the actual next potting angle for it. And the reason I say it is because I've got to decide, if I don't, I'd need to remove this bit here, because if you look at it straight, you've got this lovely great movement here with some nice potential branches here, and then you've got this one coming up, and then this just goes too far over, and then so you end up using this and this. So my view on it, well, it's really technical how I describe that, is to actually have it like that, and then I'll bring these along. That could become the new main branch, and that could end up getting removed. Or if this grows, I think that's probably going to happen. So I just need to thin out now and have another look at it once I've thinned some of this stuff here out, which is what I'm going to do, so we can start seeing what there actually is here. So that would be part of the design. Do you know what? I don't really need to make that much thicker. There, so that's coming that pad. We've got this here. We've got this coming here, which could actually be wired into another. Just shorten it for now. Okay. Under here. So again, crotch growth. Crotch growth. It really is sometimes only when you start clearing that you can actually start seeing the line that you're going to get. This actually is, not sure what's going to happen with that. By keeping this part here, I'm not sure whether that's going to end up interfering with all the growth I've got coming. More crotch growth there. I think they do cuttings well. I think I've got a couple of Elaeagnus cuttings, so that leaves coming from somewhere. Wait for now. Okay, so I can see that line, but I could see this. Yes, could get in the way, to be honest. Here we've got 3 from the same point. Could actually take that stub off. Yeah, I might take that upward growing on off actually. Not with wire cutters though. It's quite coarse and if I do that, it means I'm probably going to have to take that off. It's quite nice here. If you're looking further down, ignoring this, you've got this line coming out and then this one here, new growth. So I may actually take that off. And allow that to extend. Do you know what? There we go. Okay, so looking at that, we've got the line going off to the right, and then we've got this branch coming off. Take the height off it a bit. We've got something underneath. Underneath there. Okay, I'm going to continue to let that extend. Okay, so we've got this one, and we've got one on the other side. There's a little one here. I'm going to see how this develops, because if this doesn't develop, then I want that to be a new branch that comes out. But I don't need to decide that yet, so we'll leave that for now. This one, I'm happy. Keep following that round. Now under here, we've actually got this new growth here coming out, and then this old nothing. I'm tempted in this case. Do I remove that and then concentrate? I'm going to, you know, in this instance, I'm going to get rid of this old clunky. Okay, and then this one I'm going to wire down. See if I can just put a little bit of movement in that. I think that's going to be a much better option for there. That wasn't a branch breaking, by the way, that was just me taking a leaf off. Okay, so if we go further back around here, we can see this one. We can see, let's protect, actually, yeah, the base of that. Okay, so that's clear, I'm happy with that. So that gets wired down. So what's going on under here? So that, right, so this is going to be where it comes back up. We've got this branch coming out to the rear with this one here. I don't want upward growth, so if you have a look, I actually want a bud to come out of either there or there, which will take it that way, which is I do not want anything from there. We've also got a little thing there, we don't need that. So from this point, that's there'll be actually 1, 2 coming from that junction. So once I clean that up, don't know exactly what I'm going to do with that. I might rip it a bit and give it a little bit of the old lightning look. I'll have a look on that in a minute. This is going to be bent down out of the way. This may get wired up a little bit more. So what I do want to do is take the height out of this one. Go to there for now. So that will end up coming, probably that will be down, and that will end up coming up more and filling this area up here. Probably shorten that more. So we now look at the apex side here. Let's clear this. Okay, let's shorten that one off. So it's actually coming out of the crotch, right out of the centre of the bend. I'm considering removing it, because for all intents and purposes it looks like you've got 2 branches. Do you know, I'm going to remove it. What I'm saying is that, actually it's the best way to see it from here. If you look in there, from this point you've got 1, and then very quickly after 2 more. I'm just not sure whether that's going to end up swelling on me. I have a funny feeling I'm going to remove that to create a nice clean open line. Rely on that one being wired. It also cuts so far back along the line of this movement that it's actually distracting. The eye's getting distracted and we'll get distracted away from here. I could, for now, just take the top off, take that off. And, no, nope, 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 nope. Nope, decision made. Oh yes, 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 yes. Oh yes, in fact, rather than that being straight, that can, oh yes, definitely much better. Okay, sometimes you just got to be brave. So we've got this line, branch, this is going to come out here. This is going to occupy an area out here once it's wired. I'm happy where this is. This I'm going to split more. Okay. What I'll do is I'll put some putty on that. Okay, so let's look at this. Splits to 2 very quickly. Then we've got another split to 2 into 2. That's brilliant. We've got some lovely, lovely ramification going on here. Same here. So it's just a case of some basic pruning on this, really. That's the front. It isn't going to go much beyond there. That. Okay. Leave that for now, that's fine. Oh, that's an old leaf, get rid of that. Okay. Coming up here, we've got this. That one. What I'm looking at here is, if you can see, these two branches are running above each other. And it just always looks odd, I find, so I either remove the lower one or remove the upper one. And I've gone for the upper one. Okay. And we don't really want to be taking it too much higher anyway, so now I'll take that off there. Okay. I think that's the extent of the pruning I'm going to do. I'm just going to quickly wire this branch up and then we'll see how it goes. Okay, so what I've done is done a very ugly hook on that. Now it looks prettier, doesn't it? I'm just going to gently wind its way around this branch. Again, as always, firmly supporting at every turn. Careful not to knock buds off. Make sure that you keep the contact of the wire to the branch strong and even. I didn't use enough wire. There we go. Fairly evenly spaced. Now let's try and decide how we're going to want to bend that. You think actually so. Okay, so from there, rotate in the direction of the coil and bend. Support the bend. Probably want to insinuate just a little bit more bend there. Okay, so now if you look through the gap you can actually see a gentle bend there. Okay, I'll do. Take that off. That, I think, for the early Agnes for now, is that. And also my tummy's telling me lunchtime. Cheers.